Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to get the Mastered Ultra Inked Fighting Style inside of AOPG. If you find anything useful in this video, please make sure to subscribe. But yeah, let's get on to the video. So starting off, we have the brand new accessories. These are the Instinctual bottom and the Instinctual top. So the bottom gives 1480 Haki, 1850 strength and 850 defense, and it looks like this, as you can see. And then there's also the Instinctual top, which I will put a picture on screen and the bust will be on screen. I don't have it right now because it actually was bugged at the time of me getting it. As you can see, it just got fixed. Okay, so moving on to the new island, we have the Plains Island. A lot of people are asking where to actually do the boss for a Mastered Ultra Instinct, and that is the Plains Island right here, and there's a dungeon. So we're gonna go into the dungeon and I'll show you what it's like. It's pretty easy. I mean, like, there's not really much to say about it. He has 600 billion, but he doesn't have any damage reduction. He just dodges pretty much most of your attacks. So yeah. Okay, so here's the dungeon. A quick warning. If you don't load in quickly, you probably can't do this because this guy does insane amounts of damage. When you load in, you want to instantly try and run for your observation, especially if you're doing this solo. He hits everyone for pretty much the same amount of damage. So quickly put your buffs on. For me, I'm not going to be putting like every single buff on because I'm just showing you what it looks like. Here we go. So the strategy that you want to do if you're using Final Phoenix is just stand like over here and M1 where this corner is. As you can see, he is doing damage. As you can see there as well, that move did 0 damage. That's because he dodged it. So he doesn't have damage reduction, but he does dodge pretty much. I think it's like 1 in 3 attacks he dodges. And he can actually drop the Perfected Instance or Instinct, the Universe's Hope, Saiyan Spirit, God Essence, the accessories, and gems. And those are all the things that you need for the update. So yeah, that's pretty much everything there is in the raid. Just keep killing him. Another thing as well, the drops are raid drops and not boss drops. So it is possible to get, I believe, all of them if you just are inside of the raid. So you can actually carry people inside of the raid. I'm not sure how long this is going to be for, but pretty much most of the drops I've seen, you can just obtain them without doing damage. And the difference between raid drops and boss drops is a raid drop is for clearing the wave or defeating the dungeon, and a boss drop is for doing 25% of his HP, and then you get the reward. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know about the dungeon. Just get all those items. It's pretty easy. Now we're going to move on to the actual obtainment for the Mastered Ultra Instinct. Okay, so to obtain the base, you want to speak to the God of Destruction, which is of course Beerus, and the NPC is over here. And you want to speak to him with the Universe's Hope, Saiyan Spirit, and God Essence items. And once you have all of those and speak to him, he'll give you the base. Now for the actual mode, which is, you know, what everyone cares about, you're going to want to go over to the NPC over here, the Wise NPC, and you want to speak to him, and he's going to ask you to get 500 dodges, and then you're also going to need the Perfective Instinct item that you can get from the raid. So my strategy for this that I actually did was I just went onto Goku's Island, and then I went over here, and you can do this also on like Music Island and Udon Prison, but I wanted to check how many dodges I have. Basically just stand here, use Frog Gun, the Q move, and then you'll aggro a bunch of NPCs, and then to get the dodges, you basically just want to take damage. You don't have to do anything, you don't have to turn anything on. You just basically get attacked, and then it will dodge it. You still take damage, some of them you won't take damage, and sometimes you'll take less damage. But yeah, that's all you really want to do to get the actual dodges. Also, another thing as well, make sure you definitely turn on Buso Haki. Make sure you do that after you aggro them, or else you'll just instantly kill them. But yeah, as you can see, on Goku Island, you out-heal them. So you just do this and then you'll pretty much get all the dodges. Then once you have all the dodges and the Perfected Instinct, you just want to speak to Wise again. So we'll just go back to the Plains Island, and then you just speak to him again, and then he will give you the mode, which is the Mastered Ultra Instinct. So now I'm going to give you guys a showcase. I'm going to start off with, of course, the move showcase, just showing you what they look like, and then I'll also tell you what the best build is. Okay, so here we are. So I'm going to give you a quick showcase of what the moves look like. So first of all, we have the M1, which is a pretty simple, you know, forward blast M1. It might have a little bit of range as well. As you can see, it has a lot of range, so it's around about this range, so pretty far. Then we have Celestial Whirlwind, which basically just like run past them and then it attacks them, as you can see. And then we have Dragon Fist, which is a grab move, throw them, I'm assuming, into the air or something like that. Then we have Warp Kamehameha. You basically warp above them and then hit down, and the effects on that look amazing. Then we have Instinct instant transmission, which is basically just the teleport game pass. This also allows you to teleport to players like Warp Gun, but I don't believe you can teleport people away. As you can see, we have like all the islands and all that. So if you're one that uses the Dimensional Rift artifact and you keep having to switch between the Rift artifact and Pinpoint, you don't have to do that anymore with this. Then we have Supreme Kamehameha, which is the cutscene. It's a pretty long cutscene, I can't lie, but it looks really nice. And then finally we have the mode, which is Mastered Ultra Instinct. Now for the buffs on this, it doesn't give any damage reduction. You already have passive dodges, and I believe it's 2.3 or 2.5 times global. It is the same as Ultimate Cyborg, but because this gives like pretty much infinite dodges and all that and passive dodges, I'd prefer to dodge something than to take a little bit less damage each time. So yeah, here's the mode. It looks pretty nice. We have like the Goku hair here, with like the cell shading, I think that's what it's called. And then we also have the aura. And I don't think this gives anything like speed buffs or anything like that. We're still relatively slow. So I'm going to go and get the best buffs, and I will put them on screen now. And then I'll go back and we'll do the max damage. Okay, so now moving on to the damage showcase. Quick shout out to Zach For Real on YouTube. They're currently inside of my private server recording their damage showcase, so I'm just going to let them do theirs and then I'll move on to mine. Okay, so for the actual best build in the game, of course we have Shandian, Hero of Marines. We're going to be using Toji, Ultra Instinct of course. We're also going to be using Frog Gun and Pirate King Sword. This doesn't give any damage buffs, but it has Conquerors on it. So if you don't have Pirate King Sword and you just have Dragon Slayer, you can actually just put on Frog Gun and then you'll have Conquerors. I'm also going to be using a Vampire Fruit that I'm going to switch to in a minute. The Black Egghead Suit. I've also got Max Blacksmith, Max Stats for Strength over here. And then for the accessories, you want to be using, of course, the Dog Hat. So we're going to be using the Dog Hat. We're also going to be using the All-Seeing Admiral Cape. And then we're going to be using the brand new Goku Top and Goku Bottom. And then we also have the Stone Gauntlets from Pika, which I should have in storage. And then we also have the Roped Belt, which I already have on. So that's pretty much all you're going to need for this. Just make sure that you definitely have the right accessories on. And then also you have the Blacksmith done, because a lot of people forget about that. But yeah, let's get on to the final max damage showcase. So for the M1s, we have 5.7 billion. For the Celestial Whirlwind, that was definitely a pinpoint. Okay, let me redo that one. 11 billion, my bad. Dragon Fist. We have 14 billion. Warp Kamehameha. We have 23. I'm going to do that one again because that kind of looks like pinpoint damage. Okay, no, so 23, and then we have Instant Transmission, which doesn't do damage. Then we have the final move, which is Supreme Kamehameha. And I'm hoping this does a lot of damage because the cutscene's way too long. Oh my god. Okay, with pinpoint 400 billion. And then without it, I'm guessing it's something like 40. Yep, 40 billion. So there's the max damage. Personally, I think this is definitely better than Ultimate Cyborg. I'm assuming it does more damage. But it also has the passive dodge. Which basically means, like I said before, you dodge attacks rather than in total the amount of damage that you take is lowered. So yeah, if you found anything useful in this video, please make sure to like, subscribe. Definitely make sure to check out Zach and Bop. Bop is someone that works on the Trello, and he actually was the one that added the MUI to the Trello, so huge shout out to them. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.